So welcome again to my channel. I first of all want to say thank you so much for those who have already viewed my channel, and thank you to my one subscriber. You don't know how much that means to me, so thank you very much. Due to the fact that I mentioned that when you lose your husband as a young widow, it can strip you of your future, your goals, and who you are, your identity. So one thing I'm going to discuss now is one thing that happened to me, that out of all the sad things that were said to me, which really hurt, which probably wasn't meant to, was you're young and you will find somebody else. Those comments are meant to be comforting, but of course they're not comforting at all. It's very disconcerting, to be honest, to the person who's just lost their husband. Youth has nothing to do with death, but to say to someone, well, you're young enough and we'll find someone else, is really quite hurtful. So when professionals will say, what can family and friends do to help? Well, one of the things is to discourage the bereaved person from making major decisions. So by saying to them, you are young, you will find someone else, you're actually encouraging them to make a life-changing decision that's not really theirs to make. There may be young widows who, or men at that, who don't want to have another partner for many years and are not even thinking of that. And how can you? There's no way that you can replace your loved one. So any family or friends out there, please do not say to a young widow, you are young and you'll find someone, or there's plenty of fish in the sea, or anything to that degree, because you just don't know how hurtful it is and how sad it is. So rather support them in what they want. I do know that when my husband died, I felt, and I still do, that I had to be loyal to him and to our marriage, because the relationship doesn't end when someone dies. So as far as I'm concerned, even though it's 6 months later, my relationship with my husband has not ended at all. So for me, in my head, I'm still married. I still wear my rings. And that's another thing you'll find young widows or widowers, that they'll be looking at your fingers. So at first there's it's quite horrific that people are looking at your fingers even after a few months to see if you are wearing your wedding rings. I just want to say to you, and of course everybody feels differently, but from personal experience, I just want to say that it's very important not to feel ashamed that you are wearing your wedding rings. And it's your business and it's your feelings, and you haven't ended the relationship. Death has taken your partner away from you. You didn't choose to end it. You didn't choose to divorce the person. You didn't ask the person to go out of your life. The person was taken out of your life. So you don't have to let life take your rings off and life make a decision for you, because you are in control. We're not in control of death, and we're not in control of what other people say, but we are in control of our feelings, and they are our feelings, and we must not let anybody try and tell us how we should feel or even dictate to that. So the next lesson from this video is, please, if someone says to you, you're young enough, and you'll find somebody else. Yes, it's a fact, but please do keep in mind that you need to tell them that you still have an ongoing relationship with your husband or your wife. So even though they're gone, they are very, very much alive in your mind, your head, and your thoughts. And in the early months and maybe years, we haven't accepted their death. We haven't come to terms with their death. So they are in our lives still, even though people from the outside don't see the person in our lives. That person is in our thoughts, they're in our memories. We may still cook for them, we may still put a cup of tea out for them, we may still talk to them as if they're there. So it's important for you to try and relay in a very calm and kind manner that it would feel like a betrayal at this point in time, and that's your choice whether you do decide in a later time to go down those lines. But it's not for them to initially push you into those type of thoughts. And even though they mean well, people unfortunately have never been to university or college or taught how to help family and friends, and especially young widows. So I hope my channel is helping you, and please take from this what you feel you want to. I have no psychological diplomas, degrees. I just have my experience, and so it's my experience that I'm conveying. So whatever you take from it is up to you, and whatever you want to give back by your comments or subscribing, I would really appreciate that. But please feel what you need to feel, and they are your feelings, and no one must push you out of those feelings, and they are your feelings, they are your memories. So if you're wearing your rings, be proud to wear your rings. Your partner is still alive in your head and your memories, and that is your right to have that. It's just finding ways of expressing it to people, and some people you don't want to tell, you just give a smile. Just a few days ago I was dressed in black still, and one of my neighbors said, "Are you still dressed in dark clothes?" And I just smiled, because I just felt I'm not going to explain to you because you're judging me, and rather a comment like, "You're looking good today, I'm glad you're out," is better than, "Why are you still in dark clothes?" Whether you are wearing dark clothes or not, that's fine, but it's just personal. I'm not doing it because it's traditional. I just feel dark, and most of my clothes are dark. So all I can say is take courage, keep your rings on, and just smile at those who say foolish things to you, but explain to those who you respect and want to know your feelings. So until the next time, keep well and keep going, because I know I have.